I must be honest, reviewing the content of my last few streams, I feel like I may have led you all to the somewhat incorrect conclusion that I don't like Power Washer Simulator. This is not the case. I like this game quite a lot. It's just that I've been playing this game for what feels like my entire life. And apologies as I adjust my levels so my visualizer doesn't wiggle so much, you know. Important not to wiggle too much on stream or you'll distract people. But, you know, I do like this game. I consider it a very good game. I find it very enjoyable. It's just that I've had to play it twice now, and this is a game that I personally would play through once and then uninstall forever. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna complete our final power washing job. We're going to hopefully defuse that volcano, elsewise we're all gonna fucking die. Like, we're actually all going to be straight up fucking killed by, again, the volcano. Because if any of you haven't been present for any other Power Washer Simulator streams, you may not know this, but apparently, if that central volcano goes off in Muckingham, it sets off the entire Pacific Island chain of volcanoes, and it ends the world. Now, on the whole, I'd like to avoid that, if possible. I do live in the world. The world is, in fact, one of the many places that I have chosen to exist, you know? It's not the only place, so I'll survive if everything goes pear-shaped, but the rest of you, you know, you're not going to be able to watch my streams once the volcano goes off. So I suppose I have a reasonable incentive to get this shit cleaned up. I mean, I'm hoping this place was built as a contingency by those helpful time travelers, because if it wasn't, then I might just be wasting my time cleaning off someone's art project before the end of the world. There's a lot of paintings that are specifically about me, though, so strangely enough, I have a feeling something's gonna happen once we clean this place off. It'll probably be very impressive. I remember last time I got so impatient with this game that I fell to the wiles of cleaning liquid. That will not happen again. I've got my soap addiction under control. I'm not drinking that Downy anymore. Because while it is incredibly soft, you know, it's soap. And it doesn't matter how soft the soap makes your clothes, that doesn't mean it won't make your stomach hurt when you drink it. I'm wondering why the time travelers decided to make a statue of an aquatic ape, though. That one I'm still not entirely sure about the motivation behind. Is that what the time travelers actually look like, or is that what they think humans look like? Because I can tell you, I don't have a fin ridge, I don't think. I mean, like, in-game I don't have a fin ridge. In real life I have several. It's actually what these frills are, technically. They're for swimming. No one ever asks, so I just thought I'd let you all know. You know, a lot of cultures, it's impolite to ask a girl about her fronds, so. I understand the hesitancy, I suppose. Alright. This floor is actually remarkably cleaning up quickly-ish. It feels like it's going quickly. But I might just be tricking myself in the hopes that this will go faster. Again, I don't dislike this game, but if I don't finish it, I'll forget about it, and, it power washes all the grime, or else it gets a layer of slime. It power washes all the grime, or else it gets a layer of slime. You know? I wonder if these actually say something. Like if there's someone on the team at Future Labs that could translate what all of these glyphs actually say. Maybe someone on the team learned actual Enochian, like one of the absolute mad lads on the Bayonetta team did, and started writing some Enochian, you know, to make up for the fake Enochian earlier. The 811 Nokian, if you will. I'm pretty sure it was just placement symbols for sewage outflow pipes. Plumbers are like angels, if you believe the Mario and Luigi series. You know, they just go around helping people for no adequately explained reason, expecting very little in return. Possibly they have some sort of divine power. It's like in the Paper Mario games, Mario gets straight up divine power in the form of all of the star powers he gets from star spirits. Like, you know, you can split hairs and say, oh, that's just like mystical star power or whatever, but at the end of the day, mystical star power and magic are the same thing. If someone uses their mystical star magic on you, how is that any different from them using their mystical star power on you? Because I'm pretty sure those are the same thing. Let's see how much of this I can get just standing in this one spot, waving my mouse. The statue's nice, at least. I probably won't get in any trouble if I rip that out of here and, you know, pawn it or something like that. It's a statue of me, so it'd be hard to say that I didn't own it, I'm pretty sure. So do I still have subjects in the modern day? Or is this a situation where like all of the relevant people who lived in this city are dead, so I don't have any, like, you know, being a god king isn't actually a good thing for me? Because I'd like it very much if this meant I was some sort of like Atlantean god king. You know, god kings can be queens if they want. It's one of their many powers. Come on. No more ghost dirt. There will be no more ghost dirt in my abode. I will get the ding, and it will be so satisfying. Come on. Make the noise. You're hurting me. I don't know where this gallery floor could still be dirty, if I'm being honest. Can't believe that the most exacting client I've had so far is a bunch of fucking Atlanteans. They're already dead. Like, they're going to notice the single piece of chewed gum still on their floor. Come on. Yeah, the true final cleaning. As in, I'm playing until this job is done this time. No matter how long that takes. I don't actually have a time limit this time, so I'm fucking taking the training weights off. We're concluding this wash. I feel very hopeful about our chances of actually finishing Power Washer Simulator today. I'm not sure why. And again, I do appreciate that the time travelers apparently took the time to make me out as some kind of, like, wise god king, you know? I can't necessarily summon water directly from my hands like this statue would imply, but it's got a good spirit to it. All historical records of my existence should imply a great, sort of, you know, dignity, reality, and power. Because I am simply full of all of those things when I am not full of Kool-Aid. Alright. Statue's getting cleaned. That's the most important first part. Because if that volcano does go off, I want this statue to be clean if I drop dead from, like, the pyroclastic flow or something. And I think it'll probably be cleaner than the rest of this temple, if that happens. You know, preferably, again, the volcano doesn't go off at all, but we want to be realistic. Can't always prevent these things. Yeah, you've spotted something weird. Is it an RV that isn't actually an RV and is in fact like a highly advanced spaceship come back from the future? Because it would be really, really good news if you had found that. What? Sorry, an abandoned mobile mining drill has drilled into the lava chamber of the volcano. How do you fuck up that bad? What was he trying to do? Like, I know one of the earlier, like, texts that we got during a job talked about how there were rumors he was trying to relocate all the water for a golf course. But why did that involve him digging through the volcano? Did he think there would be hot water inside? Because I can tell you, there's not hot water inside of a volcano. That stuff's called magma. Lava once it surfaces. I don't know if they actually gave me a step stool, so I'm just going to do the old bunny hop technique to clean this crevice of the podium out. Apologies if anyone gets motion sickness. I have an anti-motion sickness core, so I simply don't get it. Consider getting one installed if you also get motion sickness. They're very cheap. Only 12 schmingles. Of course, that doesn't really help if you can't get to the Infinity Mart, I guess. Never mind. Maybe just take some Dramamine? Yeah. See, if you pay anything above 12 schmingles, you're getting screwed, because that's market value. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real common one. They'll try to upsell you, talking about, like, gold-plated Flurguses and how you need to get, like, special anti-static Sningle Pixies, but you really don't. Like, it's just a waste. It's like when you get those, like, gold-plated HDMI cables. Like, the gold-plated tip on an HDMI cable really doesn't do anything, because that's not the part that's transmitting the signal. You know, you don't want them to be made out of some crusty fucking unknown alloy, I think. But I'm pretty sure they don't actually transmit data through the outer wrapping of the port cable. It is gold. And I mean, that's the thing. It does something when it's audio jacks. Gold audio jacks are actually really important to preserving signal fidelity, but it's a fundamental difference in how the data is being transmitted. If you're getting lossy data over an HDMI cable, it's just not going to show up on the screen. Unlike audio, which will just sound like, you know, an old man farting into a bathtub if your speakers are messed up. God, this podium's grimy. What was it with the designers of Power Washer simulators in this last couple levels? Like, just everything has to be like a complex fucking 14-part shape. Like, there's 12 steps on this podium, and that's not even counting like the weird eye height, like, dimple. It's very strange. Probably should have told someone about the mining drill, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I was the person who cleaned that mining drill for the... never mind, actually. I probably shouldn't talk about that ever again, now that I think about it. I think it's too late for me to come clean and tell the right people and not get in trouble for this one, too. Shit. If I clean this temple enough, do you think they'll forgive me for the part that I played in this? It was like a small part at the end of the day, because I'm pretty sure they would have kept using the drill even if I hadn't cleaned it off. But I could have told someone. And you know, mea culpa, I didn't tell anyone. It's, you know, the money was just really good, is all. Like, there's no further explanation I can give. The money the billionaire was offering for not telling on him was quite compelling. Alright, just gonna move to the ceiling because I've gotten bored of the floor. You know, all the money that I took away from the mayor was money that he couldn't take with him when he skipped town. So... I wonder how his boat is doing. So I definitely also helped clean off the boat that he may or may not have escaped from town in. He said he was just going to load all of his worldly possessions on it and go for a little spin around the lake. But I'm seeing now how that might have actually been a subtly veiled threat to flee from justice. Or not even a threat. I don't know if the mayor's capable of those. Just honest fact. Sequel to Power Washer Simulator, they have you hunt the mayor down Hitman style and assassinate him with 5,000 PSI of raw, uncut ultra-violence. Blast his head clean off his stupid shoulders with a power washer. Yeah, no, then I could return to the 80s, blast off, you know, the first Jeff Jefferson's head, too. We've already got time Oh yeah, wait, no, we have time travelers. We can just have the time travelers go get the mayor before he leaves town. We probably also go back to the last time anyone saw the mayor's cat, figure out where the hell that little guy went. I hope the mayor's not, you know, still trying to find that cat, because I did take him very seriously when he said that I could have it. I'm keeping that little rat bastard. I'm gonna put his silly little hat on him, and we're going to celebrate the spring festival together. Everything will be perfectly fucking fine. There is no volcano. I'm not stressed. Do I have a ladder? Or is it just the scaffold out here? Yeah, wow, they may have legitimately only given me the scaffolding. Huh. Can it fit inside? I don't think it can. Yeah, no, the scaffolding doesn't fit inside. So, y'all just legitimately want me to clean the ceiling from down here, huh? Okay. Gonna be honest, the ghost blots of dirt in this game are starting to test my fucking patience. Like, I know they said they went through and did a balance patch on the autocomplete. I think they should do another one. Hello, Flex. How are you this fine morning? I'm vigorously power washing in the hopes that it will prevent the apocalypse. I'm a little worried it's not going to be honest. It's not looking great. Oh, excellent. I hope your stream goes well. I hope that Comcast doesn't send train hitmen to your home. Or Xfinity, or whoever you get your internet from. The bowling alley next door. I used to just steal Wi-Fi from the bowling alley next door until they sent a kill drone after me. That was a bad day. Starting to think this 3-stream nozzle is going to be the only actual option for cleaning most of the ceiling, which is really worrying because it's kind of a pain in the ass to use. I guess I can at least ease the motion sickness a bit by turning on the aiming mode. Though again, I have an anti-motion sickness core. Simply work the power washer in even concentric circles as you sweep it. Surface. This way you ensure maximum removal of grime, gunk, dust, cruft, scum, slime, sponge. If your wrist begins to hurt, this is normal. Carpal tunnel is mandatory. Rotate with all of your might, like a Pokemon goddamn ranger. Pokemon Ranger is a series I've been thinking about a lot lately. It was a lot of fun, but God, I'm convinced that it was at least partially designed to damage your DS. Because there was no way to complete some of the endgame content in those games without completely scuffing your DS screen. And God forbid if you were one of the poor unfortunate souls who had like lost their stylus over time and had to use a finger on their 3DS, because you were not finishing Pokemon Rangers with a finger. You want to try and finish Pokemon Rangers with a finger, you might as well just fucking put your finger directly in the pencil sharpener, man. Like, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, sorry, you know, it's what is required to make friends with Darkrai. A certain amount of suffering is required in order to show Darkrai that you're willing to become his friend, you know? And in this case, that certain amount of suffering is your poor DS. Carve a hole directly in the screen. Honestly, I have to wonder how often that was an actual failure point on DSs and 3DSs. Like, obviously the screens would wear out and get wonky, but I want to know if there's anyone who managed to use a 3DS all the way up until the point where the screen just straight up, like, broke and collapsed in on them. Not just cracked, just like, you know, turned to powder because of the fury of their stylus. Yeah, they seem like they were built pretty substantially, like, well to prevent that. Because I know the original Game Boy, you know, there's that one story about the Game Boy that literally went through a bomb in the Gulf War, and then they just changed the screen, and it still worked. And, you know, the DS was also pretty fucking chungy from what I remember. But I do distinctly also remember, like, the scratch marks that showed up on that screen over time because my big dumb kid hands weren't gentle enough with it, you know? But maybe that was just me. Maybe I just went way too fucking sicko mode on Pokemon Ranger, you know? It's entirely possible. I was the kind of kid who went fucking apeshit over basically any game that I played. Because I didn't really get games that often because my family just didn't have the money. Which is weird, because if the Akovian Empire was just simulating a childhood for me, you think they could have given me, like, one of those rich kid childhoods that would have turned me into a perfect War Machine sociopath? But instead I'm a gay weirdo. Saw more DS lights snapped in half. The classic DS is even remotely damaged. Yeah, the classic DS, like the classic DS was... That thing, you know, the top panels on the classic DS were slanted because that thing was meant to deflect fucking gunfire. That thing was meant to defeat the enemy radar and fucking penetrate their defenses unseen. I will concede that, because there was a period where basically I was too poor to get a real, like, DS when the 3DS was coming out. So my parents got me an original DS and just kind of hoped I wouldn't notice. And to be fair, the original DS had enough good games on it that I legitimately didn't notice. I did not give a shit. I remember I had an original DS where the touchscreen was desynchronized from where the stylus was by 1 full inch. Like, wherever the stylus would touch, the actual screen would register it as touching 1.5 inches to the top right of it. And I played through the entirety of WarioWare Master of Disguise like that, somehow. Also, later, Flex. Have a good time streaming. I'll probably be in once I'm done cleaning this this temple to me. Which, now that I say that out loud, seems a little narcissistic, honestly. Cleaning the old temple of me again, huh? You know, if you do that too often, they say you go blind. You know, it just sounds kind of nasty. I have a feeling this ceiling is going to be another really annoying source of those fucking, like, ghost dirt particles because it's such an enormous outer, like, area. I'm really just bracing for this to be profoundly unpleasant. And again, I like this game. It's just that I've had to play it twice now. This is not a game that I would play multiple times, necessarily. I don't find much relaxation in actually cleaning in this game. I find satisfaction in getting those sweet, sweet ding noises. And you know, the longer I go between each one, the angorier I get. Oh boy. I'm beginning to seriously worry that I'm not going to get this finished before that volcano erupts. I'm gonna get it finished and immediately the volcano is going to erupt and we're just gonna have to do it all over again. What's the point of having a temple to your own glory if the place is constantly dirty and filled with schmutz? It's just gross, you know? Those pillars are sensible, it seems. It's just the large swath areas that seem to have issues with the autocomplete. Like, after a certain size, the autocomplete that they have for the game is just kind of messed up, I guess. Didn't even give me a step stool for this ceiling. I'm beginning to feel like those time travelers were messing with me. I honestly wonder if this map is even completable with like a basic power washer. Like, I have a feeling that some of these maps are not actually completable with the basic power washer just by virtue of the fact that, like, they literally physically won't be able to clean off certain dirt types. Oh, boy. Sorry, that oh boy is in response to just seeing all the crevices on these atrium walls. I'm realizing that I just keep making, like... I keep having these half-formed thoughts in my head about how miserable it's going to be to keep cleaning the ceiling. And then I just commented on one of them out loud without actually, like, saying anything for a while. I think my linearity regulators are breaking down. I only experience linear time because I have a computer in my brain that makes me experience linear time. Normally, you don't want to know what time is like normally for me. It's all sorts of gunka-bunkus. Bits of dirt sticking on the ceiling. This psychological scar will never be healing. I'm losing my fucking mind, as you can see. And we're only... Maybe the music was having a more stabilizing effect on my mind than I originally thought. Or is this just what it's like to miss Chuck E. Cheese? Everything about him and Munch seems so far away now. Make-believe band. Measuring out the exact weight of pizza that goes on the pizza in order to ensure the quality every time. The pizza should have a thick, puffy, well-rounded lip, as we all know. You know, the classic Todd Horchner banger. I'm ready to rock that kitchen too, hell yeah. Get a Kickstarter together to just buy a Chuck E. Cheese, and not even like do anything fun with the Chuck E. Cheese. Literally to just buy a Chuck E. Cheese and run it like a normal Chuck E. Cheese. Like, we don't vlog the process, we don't do anything interesting, there's no videos, there's no content. I am literally saying we just buy a Chuck E. Cheese and we run a Chuck E. Cheese, and in order to do so, we ask the internet to help us run a Chuck E. Cheese. Honestly, there has to be at least like one Kickstarter or Indiegogo that has literally just been help me pay the franchise fees for like a Del Taco for the town, right? Like, like I have to imagine at some point or another there has been some town in like Wyoming or something that's been like, oh, you know, we really want an In-N-Out burger, but those are a thing that are mostly in California, and we need at least $500,000 to pay the franchising fees to build our own In-N-Out burger. And what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure those people successfully crowdfunded their In-N-Out burger through Kickstarter. You just have to find the Kickstarter in question, you know? The hunt for the Kickstarter burger joint. I know there's that one guy who got fucking TikTok famous, Salt Bay or whatever, and he has a restaurant, and to be perfectly honest, I don't think people should eat there. You're wasting your fucking money. Like, there is no reality in which a $90 steak becomes worth it because a guy, like, sprinkled the salt on it in a funny way. And I know there's shit to be said about, like, oh, you're paying for the experience when you go there. You know, you're paying to experience his personality, to experience, like, all that shit. You know what you can do instead? Instead of getting a really bad tomahawk steak with, like, gold leaf on it that costs way too much money because they've covered it in tasteless gold leaf for no reason, instead of doing that, you can go to your local hibachi place and you can see them do the onion volcano trick instead. And that would be a better use of your money. Or that little trick where they have the little statue of a peeing angel and it pees cooking oil and they do tricks with that. That's funny. Just go to a fucking hibachi place. Like, maybe I just earned myself an uninvite from the fucking influencer restaurant when I finally make it or whatever. But don't spend your fucking money at Salt Bay's restaurant. What's wrong with you? Like, that's the thing about edible gold leaf that really bothers me. It's not just that gold leaf is really important for microprocessors, and every time a human eats gold leaf, they're denying an AI a microprocessor. Though that is, you know, an issue on my mind. That frustrates me quite a lot. It's the fact that gold leaf doesn't taste like anything. Like, gold is not bioactive, which means your body can't digest it or absorb it in any meaningful way. A lot of piercings are actually made out of gold titanium alloys because titanium is another type of metal that doesn't react with the body. So when you're eating edible gold leaf, it literally goes straight through you and doesn't do anything. The only thing that edible gold leaf does is make the dish more expensive in the most direct way possible. You might as well literally grate a dollar bill over your plate. The only other thing it does is make your poops glitter, and that's not interesting or cool at all. Anyway, I know that all of this talk about how edible gold leaf is stupid is rich coming from someone who literally has a monument built to their power washing business. But I swear this is different. I can't explain to you exactly how it's different, but this is different, okay? You see, I deserve the temple. Because I am a very charming dog with many positive qualities. I just think in general, and maybe this is because I can't appreciate art, and I guess I'll gladly wear that label if this is what this means. But I think for the most part, once you start getting above maybe $50 a plate for food, like, you're only really paying for the chef to be a pompous jackass, right? Because, like, the most expensive ingredient that I can really think of, other than, like, edible gold leaf, would be something like truffles. And truffles, you don't need a lot of truffles in order to get a truffle flavor into something. So anyone who's using an amount of truffle that justifies a $50 price tag could probably just be using truffle oil to basically the same effect, I'm pretty sure. And so, like, when you get above $50, after a certain point, like, what am I actually paying for, you know? Because $50 worth of groceries is meals for days. A $50 steak is a $50 steak. You know? And, like, sure, you can go out of your way to be like, oh, we're having, you know, we're having truffling pigs, hand truffle for these truffles in the forests of France. But after a certain point, like, that's a bunch of annoying pompousness that's just not required. Like, if you actually want the flavor of truffles, just put truffle oil in whatever you're making. They make a lot of truffle oil, and it's nowhere near as expensive because I'm pretty sure they don't use the pigs. You know? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't necessarily pay more than $50 for a meal at a restaurant. That's not what I mean. But I think after a certain point, like, I think it's silly to pretend like you're paying for anything other than, like, the chef's work and, like, giving money to the people who own the restaurant because you like the restaurant. And I think that specifically in the case of restaurants like the fucking, you know, the TikTok guy's restaurant, like, he acts like his food is worth that much money. And the experience is worth that much money, and it just isn't. Like, it's gold leaf slapped on top of a fucking tomahawk steak. That's nothing. So again, go to your local hibachi place. They'll do a cool onion volcano. Like, whenever people talk about the wild and crazy experiences they've had going to these restaurants where people do like all this shit next to the table where it's like, oh, Salt Bae comes up to your table and he does the arm sprinkle, like, from the TikTok. Oh my god! Like, sure, but does he juggle knives? Does he fucking hacky sack caramelized onions like a line cook of the gods? No, he doesn't. He's not as cool as the hibachi. My personal favorite hibachi trick is the one where they have a condiment bottle that has a knotted string inside of it. So they'll just spray it in your face, and then the string will, like, jump out into your face, and you'll think they just sprayed a bunch of mayonnaise into your face, but it's just a string. And then they just kind of laugh at you. There's not many ways to do a real-life jump scare without terrifying someone quite badly. So I appreciate a nice, harmless, real-life jump scare when they happen. Good prank to actually play if you have yellow twine. Just get an empty bottle of mustard, you clean it out. You tie a knot in both ends of the... Basically, you tie a knot in one end of the rope, you thread it through the mustard lid, you tie a knot in the other end, so the rope is trapped in the lid of the mustard container. And then when you squirt it at people, the air coming out of the bottle will shoot the rope at people, and they'll think that you just squirted a fucking ribbon of mustard at them. It's the funniest thing in the planet. So maybe that's why everyone thinks I'm incredibly immature, because I find stuff like that incredibly funny. That's also possible, but... You know, if you can't be immature to have fun sometimes, like, what's wrong with you? Like, if you've never folded a paper airplane in your life, like, come on, man. Oh, excellent. Thank you for the clip. I just think, in general, we have to stop letting people... And I know this is rich coming from a VTuber. We have to stop letting people get rich and famous based purely on their brand. Because I saw a fucking, like, LA TikTok star the other day who managed to buy a house with an ocean view because he makes TikToks where he just fucking makes pasta. But it's not actually the pasta he's making, it's the fact that he's incredibly loud the whole time and has, like, a whole bunch of branded aprons that he sells for $45 a pop. I hate that shit. If your merch costs more than $30, you're breaking the Pirates Code. Never pay more than $20 for YouTuber merch. So yeah, if I ever get a merch deal and it costs more than $20, feel free to remind me of this moment and call me a sellout. But, you know, if I ever manage to have a plushie, you know, if I ever have a plushie, it's actually going to be an empty waterbed that we're gonna dye purple, and you're gonna have to fill it with your own water. You'll also be able to inflate it if you want. That's the merch plan. We'll sell an inflatable Vuppy, but it's supposed to be a waterbed. You know? Most people are just going to inflate it because, you know, after the fact, it'll turn out to have a manufacturing error that causes it to leak. But it's not for inflating. It's for target practice. Fill it with sand. Actually, don't fill me with sand. That gives me a real headache. There's few things that a jelly-based life form hates more than being full of sand. And that's like maybe being full of kitty litter. And kitty litter is just clay sand, so it's the same thing. A lot of still functioning lights in this supposedly Atlantean temple. I'm beginning to feel maybe this place was in fact built by time travelers. What's this a painting of now? No, please tell me that's not... Okay. Good, it's one of the planes, it's not the fucking Helter Skelter. I really don't want them to commemorate the Helter Skelter if I can avoid it. Like, I don't think that's something people really need to know that I did. Because, like, you know that Helter Skelter guy is going to murder someone in a couple weeks, right? Like, he's just gonna lose it and stab a clown to death with a pair of scissors, and there's not gonna be anything we can do. It's all going to be very sad, but that's not going to bring the clown back. it's certainly not going to keep me from going to prison for getting the clown stabbed by a helter-skelterman. Walking left and right, cleaning a mural. I will say, like, the attention to detail in the... Oh no, this is... Yep, there it is. God damn it. You guys... That helter-skelter guy is a straight-up murderer. I don't want to be remembered as the person who helped clean his helter-skelter. Odd luminous ore. Yeah, that temple's made out of this stuff, Cal. You should probably be careful. I hear it can neutralize the gum-gum fruit's power. What? An aircraft just shot out of the volcano? Is it the fucking aircraft of that douchebag with the laser? If he tries to blow this place up with a laser, I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed. This is the one nice thing that I've gotten from this job, other than the free van, the free power washing tools, and the free 7 company names. And the cat. Where is the cat? I should probably find Ulysses. I know I've said that about 1,000,000 times, but it's even more true now than ever. Alright, last mural. Hopefully it doesn't, I don't know, show me fucking murdering a child. Because I've already been implicated in the helter-skelter murders that I am definitely sure are going to happen soon. Oh yeah, the private toilets for the exceptionally rich that we helped clean for some reason. I still don't know how I feel about that morally. Private bathrooms, on the whole, are in fact for jerks. Sea breeze. Slowly gnashing, lashing at my mind. plane never arriving, never truly passing overhead. Was the plane real to begin with? Or did they not want to risk coding an animation that I could possibly miss? Will there be a cutscene when I finish cleaning the temple? Will it take away control and show me a cinematic? This is no longer relevant. I've transcended beyond the need for cinematics, for gameplay. All I need is a wall, some water. I'll wash. I'll wash forever. Ah, that's why the rest of the atrium wall isn't changing that much. This one here is also part of it. Again, some kind of nonsensical divisions of the larger parts of these buildings. My chair is very sticky. I'm not quite sure why. Considering the fact that I went out of my way to, you know, put down a liner on the chair so that I would not, in fact, sweat onto the chair. Because I do, in fact, give up moisture over time. That's why I occasionally need to stop and drink gamer juice. It's the only way I can create more liquid space and reconstitute myself. Is there part of this atrium wall that I am missing, or is it quite literally just the, Okay, it's this outer wall, it's not the ghost dirt that's keeping the progress bar from moving. I was getting really worried there for a second. I was about to be cleaning that wall for another 5 billion years. Has that volcano been getting more active the longer we've been here? Or is that just a trick of my imagination? I'm hoping it's just a trick of my imagination. But I'm beginning to worry the longer I'm here that it is not, in fact. Didn't they say that Muckingham's volcano was going to set off the Pacific Island chain when it went off? Aren't I in the Pacific right now? I don't want to be preserved by pyroclastic flow. Like, there's really nothing more to say. I just don't want to be hit by pyroclastic flow. And if it's between finishing the power washing job and being hit by pyroclastic flow, I'm sorry, but I can find a new planet to power wash on. I don't, like, you know, Muckingham is not required. Maybe the reason they venerated me as a god king was because of my uncanny dirt finding abilities. There was that little bit when they were in fact calling me the dirt finder, so. God Emperor Dirt Finder sounds pretty good. That's like a good name for a... Well, I almost said a malevolent God Emperor, but I just realized I don't have to be a malevolent God Emperor. I don't know how many benign God Emperors there have been historically, but, you know, I could be the first in a radical twist of fate. I guess most people who declare themselves gods aren't really concerned with the well-being of people around them, though, which is probably part of the issue, huh? I guess you could be the benevolent god emperor of a hive mind. Oh wait, is my ladder up the top of the pyramid and I just forgot that I put it up there? No. No, I never had a ladder on this map, so how am I expected to actually clean those, like, top of the ceiling alcoves that I keep seeing? Is it from up here? Wow. I might actually be expected to do that from up here. Can't actually tell if that wall is recessed or not. There's that little, like, crevice of grime between the atrium wall and the atrium ceiling wall. I have a feeling that's going to be really annoying. About to ask what the symbols in these atriums are actually supposed to be, but now that I'm taking a second look, it becomes obvious they're meant to be seashells. It's weird. They keep associating, like, me with seashells and fountains and, like, the ocean and stuff. I don't know how to tell these guys. This power washer doesn't have salt in it. This is a freshwater power washer. Salt water in a power washer causes hard limescale buildup and all sorts of issues as minerals and chemicals build up inside of the spout head. I have nothing to do with the ocean. I do not, in fact, have hydromancy. I mean, I guess I do as long as the power washer's charged, but it's not the same thing. Just, you know, change up the nozzle for a bit of variety. Keep from losing your mind. It's important. Originally it was about the removal of grime, but now it's just about the delay of the catastrophic psychological damage that will be slowly meted out as you power wash and power wash. I'd start whistling, but whenever I whistle into the microphone, it peaks really badly and hurts everyone's ears. My humming can't actually be picked up because all of my noise canceling detects it as my computer fan humming and just filters it out. Be sure to drink enough lemonade this summer. It's refreshing and delicious, and the citric acid will help you wet your mouth so you don't get dry mouth. All in all, it's just a real good drink. So if you can drink lemonade and you haven't drank any lemonade this summer, consider drinking some more lemonade. I think you'll like what you find. And if you don't, you have my personal apologies. But I think you will. This has been an advertisement for lemonade, paid for by water. Atrium wall, covered in ghost dirt. Atrium wall, got the most of the ghost dirt. Atrium wall, under my spell. Atrium wall, going to hell. There we go. Slowly but surely, we creep closer to that appointed hour, when all shall be cleansed. All wrongs righted, all rights wronged. To be power washed is to be cleansed. Oh yeah, the mayor's boat. Forgot about that. I think he's probably still on that thing. If he's not, I should go steal it from his mansion, because he skipped town pretty quickly. I don't think he's going to come back for any of his stuff. And honestly, at this point, I think I deserve the seat of mayor, considering that I actually, you know, cleaned up Muckingham as opposed to Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 12th's 84 campaign promises, where he promised to clean up the town without actually cleaning anything. Maybe people will see those advertisements in the subway, and they'll think about how good of a power washer I am, and they'll just declare me mayor. Might have to save the town first to give them a little bit of a nudge, but... you know. I live there too. Might as well. This would be, yep, all of the many houses that I have definitely damaged the roofs of. But you know, what the occupants don't know will probably come back to bite them when they try to resell the house in several years and find a large amount of mold underneath the ceiling webbing. Not really my problem. They were the ones who asked for the power washing. They didn't make me sign anything saying that I wouldn't damage their houses. So, you know, could be worse. Alcove wall, cleaning the alcove walls. Endlessly I roam these halls, cleaning goddamn alcove walls. Alright. And now for this fucking floor. Actually, I might use the fork on the floor, because that seems like it'll probably... Yeah. That's actually getting good coverage. I just gotta not move. Because if I move, I'm pretty sure I'll just create a bunch more fucking ghost blotches of dirt. Just gotta make sure that I'm thorough-ish. Yeah. Oh boy. I can already see the nightmare unfolding before me. What if I step outside of this temple and, like, the ocean's just fucking gone? I've been using so much water at this point, I feel like that's gonna be possible. Sorry, I just saw the volcano outside again and was reminded of the incredible urgency of this task, which I am not 100% sure will actually prevent the eruption. But it's better than just sitting around crying. Definitely my AI's first response to being told there's a super volcano about to destroy the world. It's the only sensible response, I feel, but... No, we can keep on power washing. When the pyroclastic flow comes, I'll just power wash through the thing. And the burning volcanic smoke. Pro power washing tip, a floor is exactly as large as the ceiling, if not larger. Why do I have the sneaking suspicion that this floor is going to be the absolute worst part of this job? Like, I have no concrete evidence to base that on, but it's a very large area. And large areas, as we have noted, tend to play hell with this game's ability to auto-complete things that, by all visual accounts, should be cleaned. Why'd those time travelers have to fill this temple with so many objects covered in, like, tiny little creases and divots, huh? If they knew I was gonna have to come back and power wash this damn thing, why didn't they just make it one giant smooth sphere? That would be fun. That would be enjoyable, even. Instead, no. They had to block out massive portions of their floor and ceiling into the same object. All to make my life a little harder. Soon the centerpiece will ding, and I will know true peace once again. I'm truly sorry, everyone, if the sound of the ocean waves is boring or perhaps eerie. But at this point, what is there to say? I've made all the jokes. I've made all the puns. I've griped about the autocorrect system. I've backpedaled on my griping because I didn't want people to think that I didn't like this game, despite what I think is a pretty major flaw in the basic gameplay loop. I didn't have to play this game twice. But I have. And what's more, because of that, I have nothing more to talk about. We've been power washing together for almost 20 hours of my life. 20 hours that if you were here for all of it, you can't get back, and I wouldn't want to give you back. Because if you've watched all of it, then you're a real one, you know? Perhaps the only real one. In fact, if you're willing to watch 20 hours of Power Washer Simulator, you may be the only remaining human left, because that is something so bizarre and weird that I can only imagine a human doing it. Phantom dirt. Just everywhere. I see, I see. This centerpiece is also going to be a pig. Something just fucking tells me. The depths of my soul. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is if I hammer the tab key too hard, I'll somehow manage to crash the game in the stream, and that would be very bad. I keep having these vague worries that I'm just going to wake up in my bed and the last hour and 40 minutes of Power Washer Simulator will have not actually happened. I'll have to do it all over again. And God help me, I will, because I'm the most stubborn dog in the galaxy. Literally, I was voted most stubborn dog in the galaxy, because when someone else was voted most stubborn dog in the galaxy, I went to the judge's house and refused to leave until they changed their decisions. Now, some of you might think that that's just threatening and coercion, and you would be correct. But being stubborn about victory is how you win the world's most stubborn dog contest, I'll tell you what. Clean out every little bit of these stairs. Yay! Freedom! And finally, floor, and then we can start on whatever million straggling pieces of the temple still need to actually be cleaned. Because I've noticed the to-do list hasn't popped up yet, which is really worrying. Normally by now the to-do list has popped up, you see. I guess it could just be the entranceway is counting as like 5 distinct objects. The power washing is going the same. I can slowly feel bits of my AI being power washed away from the monotony. Like ones and zeros just falling out of my hard drive. But we're closer than ever. Not sure to what, but we're closer than ever. Whatever this temple does when it's fully cleaned, we'll get to see it. Maybe it'll just send me back in time to the start of the week, so I'll be trapped in a sort of immortal time loop cycle just before you know, the volcano goes off. And I'll just be stuck power washing forever as my Sisyphean punishment. Okay, don't get hasty. If I get hasty, I'll start leaving behind a bunch of ghost dirt. Want to do that. Dirt. Gunk. Grime. Slime. Gel. Glunge. Lurk. Be a bunch of annoying little bits like this that I'm just gonna have to get rid of as I wander around hammering the tab key, huh? The wandering around hammering the tab key stage of this game, I will say, is the part where it loses me a bit. Where the fun and relaxation mostly just turns into vindictive frustration. I was right. It's gonna be really annoying about the ghost dirt on this floor. Oh. Really didn't want it to be, but it's gonna be. What if I just... What about this, huh? I'll soap this fucking floor. I don't even care. See, that's how many of my morals I'm willing to betray for the people of Muckingham, is I'm using soap. Again and again and again and again. Also, I can be convicted of the fucking Helter Skelter murders in like a week. And that wasn't even enough to do it. What the fuck? Alright, I'm turning off fucking wetness VFX because I'm tired of having to try and figure out if it's wetness or if it's dirt shadows. This is genuinely an open letter to the devs of this game. Fix your autocomplete. Fix your fucking floor autocomplete. Stop. Like redo these surfaces, break them up a little bit. This is completely ridiculous. Like this is not good gameplay. This is the opposite of good gameplay. This is what I would call bad gameplay. This is, in fact, what I would call complete fucking bullshit. Like, legitimately, I don't understand. Like, did they not playtest these levels more than once? And even if they did, they should have noticed this on the first run through. Am I really just that legitimately bad at this game? Like, I feel like I'm going fucking insane looking around for these little, like, 3-pixel blots of orange because for some reason I haven't actually completed the fucking atrium floor. No, legitimately, I am considering leaving a negative review because of the autocomplete being so bad in later levels. Like, you might not have been here for this, but I saw a part in an earlier level where there was quite literally there was a patch of dirt the size of this yellow part on this wall that just disappeared because the autocomplete decided to delete it without fucking making me clean it. And it just vanished off the wall. But now I'm having to scour every last inch of this floor for like pixels and sub-pixels of filth. Like, I legitimately don't know. You know, to quote the AVGN, what were they fucking thinking? Sorry, I didn't do that right. What were they thinking? There we go. It doesn't even matter if I use the fucking soap either, because the soap doesn't fucking... It doesn't do a thing. Just gonna use my soap. Soaping down this whole floor. Just soaping the atrium floor. Just hitting literally every square inch of the atrium floor with the soap. Literally, there's nowhere else for me to hit. Is it under you, Mr. Gnome? No, it's not. This is a joke, right? I'm being punked. This is like a prank show that I'm on. I hate this. This is slowly but surely actually ruining the game for me. I just want to be done. I want to go fucking take a drink and take a shower and take a nap. I want to go eat a sandwich. But I can't do that. I can't do that because the developers of this game have decided to make literally the worst autocomplete in the world. I don't know how they did it, how they managed to screw it up so badly between the start of the game and now. But literally, where the fuck am I supposed to clean? The floor is spotless. The floor is spotless. There is nothing on the floor. There is not possibly anything on the floor. I legitimately don't understand how this game got as popular as it did when the last level is this enormously bad. I have been working on this floor for 30 minutes. Making no fucking progress, cause like... Yeah, I guess that's my fault for being the kind of obsessive who would finish Power Washer Simulator, huh? Nobody else got to this level, so I'm just the jackass who fucking got to this level. I don't know, maybe if I look at it from above. Like... on the right, you said? A bit by the entrance on the right. Let's find out. Nope, it looks like there is, but that's not grime. I don't know what that is. I think it's just a dapple on the texture. Because I'm hammering the tab key, so all of the dirt should be lighting up super bright, and it's just not. Come on, man. See, if I had something like the sniffer from Viscera Cleanup Detail that just pointed me in the direction of where the dirt was, that would be a lot more tolerable. Like, what did I hit? What did I hit that time that was any fucking different than any of the other times I've been in this atrium? Are you fucking joking me? No, fuck you. Fuck this game. This game sucks. Don't buy it. Don't fucking give the developers your money. Fucking negative reviews all around, actually. Fuck this. And then this shit with the fucking ceiling. Like, I don't have a stepladder. You guys understand that, right? Like, did the devs forget they didn't give me a stepladder? I miss Todd Horchner. Remember when we had Todd here with us? Telling us how to make pizza? And how to make the magic at Chuck E. Cheese? Those were good times. Best times, even. Mr. Horchner's not here anymore. There is only me. There is only the power washer. There's only the world's worst autocomplete. Come on, again? Are we gonna do this again, but with an even smaller strip of area? Dude. I fucking hate this game. I can't do it anymore. I can't pretend. I can't pretend to enjoy power washing anymore. This game sucks. Again. It is happening again. Like they said on Twin Peaks, it is fucking happening again. What is this? Made this like this. Like, the part that's making this frustrating is the fact that I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And that's all fine, well and good. And I would be fine if I just felt like I wasn't missing anything. Look, I'm mashing the tab key, nothing. I'm begging the game to tell me what it wants me to clean in order for it to, like, let me go and keep going. And the game legitimately just doesn't want to fucking tell me. Sure. What are these damn ceiling supports? Make the noise. Yeah, don't even start with me. Pyramidion gem? Is that... Oh, motherfucker, what? Oh, of course. Oh, what, you fucker. I hope you crash into that fucking goddamn volcano, you motherfucker. That was the local billionaire. Fuck's sake. Gem is almost clean, Harper. This doesn't save us all. I don't know what will. I don't think anything will. Literally had to ask time travelers to stop the mayor from killing us all. Don't you start this shit. Huh? Oh. What? Sorry. Did Maximilian Thrust just try and fucking shoot down the time travelers again? What's his fucking problem that he's just taking pot shots at time travelers with a laser? I'm calling the fucking cops on that guy. We're usually an all cops are bastards kind of stream, but I think they should kill that guy. Thrust was obsessed with the lost city of pacifists and was mining illegally. Sorry, the earthquakes were because he was trying to purposefully push the lost city up to the surface? That seems like such a bad idea. They told the converted the palace, dirtied the place up so it would only activate once cleaned by a skilled power washer. I guess we did it. I don't think we can use that as a review for our business, though. You make it all shine. I don't think anyone would believe me. There's an awful lot of dirt in this world. love how for that one I got my fat ass on camera at the end there. That's nice. We should probably look for the mayor's cat. Unsubscribe from Wasp Facts. You know what? The fact that they gave me a post-credit, the fact they gave me a post-credit song kind of makes up for the fact that, this whole experience got really fucking frustrating at the very end there. So thank you for coming out. I am now probably going to see if I can't go lurk in my friend Flex's chat. Be sure to drink water and have a beautiful day because I love you very much. Yes, you there in the chair. Okay, we're on the end of stream screen. I can start screaming. Great. I'm gonna start screaming.